You've been hearing information about the vaccination implementation plan and still can't quite understand the breakdown, yeah? Not to worry. Check this website out and get the details. I'm going to wait for you to grab a pen or your phone, okay? Are you ready? The website is www.moh.gov.jm/VaxPlan. Everything is broken down, and after you've absorbed the information, feel free to share it with someone else. Welcome to Jamaica Magazine. I'm Theodore Henry. Farmers and fishers, there's something extra special in today's package just for you. And for those who have been just a tad bit lazy while indoors, we've got a feature that will get you moving. Let's jump right into it.
It's absolutely critical that we receive the vaccines. You will see hospitalizations and indeed deaths likely come down. And so there is a lot of value to be gained by getting as many vulnerables on board as possible. So tell your mothers, tell your aunts, listen out for yourselves if you're over 60, and take the vax, because the vax is what will help you to guard against the COVID virus and indeed help your relatives, your friends, those who you come in contact with for the same benefit.
Sickness knows no timeline, so the best thing that you can do is to be prepared for the unknown. Farmers and fishers, be advised that the application process for the Agricare Agricare program for both life and health insurance is still ongoing. Get the facts.
Welcome to Get the Facts. It's a program that provides you with information on government's policies and initiatives. I'm your host, Enthros Campbell. Now, today we'll be talking about insurance for farmers and fisher folks. And our resource person is no other than the Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, the Honourable Floyd Green. Minister Green, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Good, we're so happy to have you. So, you've participated in a virtual launch of this insurance. Give us some background to this initiative, sir.
Well, one of the things on becoming minister is that you look across the space and say, what are some of the long-standing challenges that our farmers and fisher folk have faced? And we've identified that as just an exclusion from a lot of our financial services. And in October last year, I started a listening tour where we went from parish to parish, listened to the farmers, asked them what are their issues, and a lot of them said it was too hard for them to access basic health insurance, life insurance, and as such. So when they're faced with these crises, unfortunately, oftentimes they're ill-prepared because they weren't able to make provisions beforehand. And coming from a rural constituency, Southwest St. Elizabeth, and interacting with my farmers and my fisher folks, I saw firsthand, especially with families, when there's death in the family and then the family is called upon to bear the burden of those expenses, it is difficult. So we identified as a priority to try to get our private sector to really come forward and answer our call and implement a program of insurance that was accessible and affordable for our fisher folks. And thankfully, we put the call out there. We asked private sector to come forward. In fact, we engaged them directly. I had my team call them up and say, what can you do? Come and meet with us. Let's talk about it. And I'm very happy that Agricare answered the call, and we now have the Agricare Agricare plan.
Agricare, good job. So who can benefit?
Well, you have to be a registered farmer or fisher folk. Registration is done, depending on which one you are, through our various agencies. So for farmers, you go to the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, you register as a farmer, there's a process, sign up the form, they will come and check to ensure that you're a bona fide farmer. For our fisher folks, you go to the National Fisheries Authority. Again, for each of these agencies, we have offices in every parish. So you go, you sign up, you pay the licensing fee, the registration fee, they'll do their verification, and once you are a registered farmer or a licensed fisher, then you qualify. If you're not, unfortunately, you cannot qualify. The beauty is that registration is continuous. And I would encourage all my farmers and my fishers, if you're not registered now, go out and register. And once you are a registered person, then you qualify.
Okay, where can they go to get registered?
So they can go to the parish offices. So again, in every parish you have a RADA office. Most of our farmers know where to find it, and you can go online, you can type in RADA, you can see where offices are, or in the phone book, or you can give us a call. With the National Fisheries Authority, it's the same approach. In every single parish, we have a National Fisheries Authority office. People used to refer to it as fisheries or fisheries division. Same thing. Go, somebody's there who can help you sign up.
Okay, what's the stats like now? How many farmers do we have and how many are already registered?
We have, well, what we have numbers are for registered farmers.
Yes.
So we currently have about 220,000 registered farmers. And for our fishers, we have about 26,000 registered fishers. So those who are not in the loop, please come in.
Right. I was listening to you. You said that relatives of the farmers and the fisher folk can also benefit. Is that so?
Yes. So one of I think the very exciting elements of this program that Agricare has pulled together is that not only are registered farmers and fishers eligible, but also their dependents. So if you're the child of a farmer or a fisher, or if you're the spouse, you are also eligible to sign up directly for these packages.
All right. Now, there are different plans within this larger plan.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through that, please?
Yeah, so what we did, we sat with Agricare and we said to them, we want to see if you can cover as much as possible the full gamut of the health and life insurance needs for our farmers. So they have pulled forward a group health and life insurance scheme that covers a number of different plans. So there is a critical illness plan, as the name suggests. If you fall into one of the illnesses in the categories, then you will be covered. There is a personal accident plan. If you have a personal accident and you're covered, then you will get a payout. There's also what they call the full house plan, which is really what people call health insurance. When you go to the doctor and you get money off your doctor's visit, or you go and fill a prescription, so there's also that. There's a major medical plan, and this covers things like surgeries, chemotherapy, radiation, dialysis, so you're covered under that for that plan. And then there's a very important group life insurance plan, which activates upon death, and it goes to your beneficiaries.
Excellent. And this is a plan. These are plans within the larger plan.
Plans within the plan. So
Yes.
a farmer or fisher could have all the plans, or they could select the ones that they think are best suited for them.
Okay.
So you could pick out and say you just want to sign up for the critical illness plan and the life insurance, or you want the personal accident and what we call the health insurance. So you can choose what best suits you.
Excellent. The premiums, are they manageable? Are they going to be manageable?
Very. I would say they're very manageable. And they're manageable on two accounts. One, again, when we sat with our partner at Agricare, we said we have to make it accessible and affordable. So we have to look at the payment terms. So unlike most of us, the flexibility that comes from this program is that you can pay semi-annually, so twice per year, or you can pay quarterly, or you can pay once per year. So you have that, you can make that decision whichever best suits your circumstances. More importantly, we've really worked to keep the prices down. And just to give you some examples. So let us take the life insurance, or let's start with personal accident. Our personal accident plan, for coverage of $1 million, so a payout of $1 million, a farmer or fisher would pay $2,605 for the year. So that is $600 a quarter, $1,000 little bit, half yearly if you decide to pay. So $2,605
For the year.
For the year, you would get $1 million coverage. So if something happens, personal accident, so it happen. And that's what we use with most of our packages. Our critical illness, one of the things that we've also done to make it even more manageable is that you can decide the amount of coverage. So we have bands. So you could take $1 million coverage, $750,000 coverage, or $500,000 coverage. So let us take our group life insurance. For less than $1,000 a month, you could be covered to the tune of $1 million. So upon death, your beneficiaries would have $1 million towards your funeral expenses, and that is upon paying less than $1,000 a month.
Okay, all right, we're going to take a break now. We're going to come back. We're talking about insurance for farmers. We've come right back with more useful information. Stay with us.
The Forestry Department is leading the implementation of the National Tree Planting Initiative, which seeks to plant 3 million trees in 3 years, one for each Jamaican plus a little extra for good measure. So I'm inviting each Jamaican to visit our nurseries across the island and collect your tree seedling and make your mark towards this great goal for Jamaica.
Welcome back to Get the Facts. We're talking about health and life insurance coverage for farmers and fisherfolk with the Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, the Honourable Floyd Green. Minister, tell us about Sagicor's role in this initiative.
Well, I think probably the best part of this initiative is that it's a fully private sector-led initiative. In other words, Sagicor is doing this program. Sagicor provides the coverage. What the government is doing is facilitating. So clearly, we're sensitizing our farmers, and we're going to be helping in the enrollment process. So you can utilize our RADA offices and our fisheries offices to sign up. But it's really a full-fledged Sagicor private sector-led initiative, and we're just the facilitators.
Right, so when the program becomes effective?
The 1st of March. So the 1st of March is when people can sign up. So now we're encouraging everybody to get your house in order, get ready. Come the 1st of March, it is live, and as I had said, we're going to use our RADA offices and our National Fisheries Authority offices so people can go and collect their enrollment forms and then fill out the information, pay their premiums, drop it off at the offices, and they can be signed up.
All right, you're going to verify that each person who says he or she is a farmer or a fisher folk is, what are you using to verify that?
Well, our database. So the good thing is that both agencies have a robust database. So again, if you're not on it, you need to try and get on it. Right. Because we already, and I think that's one of the plus and how the government can facilitate the private sector. So the private sector won't have to Sagicor. They won't have to go through the process of going out to check if these people are farmers. We already do that. So when you come in to sign up and say you're a registered farmer, we would all ask all the questions. What do you farm? Where do you farm? We would have already sent somebody out to verify this information, and that is how you get farmer's ID, as we call it. And it's the same process in relation to signing up for as a fisher. So we would have already done that verification. So once you come in and collect the form, we will just verify it against our database to ensure that you're on our database.
Let me talk a little about the fisher folk. What do they need to qualify? You're talking about fishermen, you're talking about people who sell fishing gear?
Well, it's once you're registered, and our registration covers a broad spectrum of fishers, from the men who go out in the small vessels to our industrial fishers who have big boats, from people who do lobster, conch, to just regular fish. So once you're registered as a fisherman, woman, you would qualify. And one of the beauties in terms of the registration process, and it goes for both farmers and fisherfolk, is that, if you and I were to go sign up for a health insurance scheme or a life insurance scheme, we would have to take a trip to the doctor and get a medical report, and would bring in the medical report, and then an assessment would be done. And that is how they would ascertain our premium, because they're going to look at our individual risk. I think the beauty of this approach and the group approach is that starting the 1st of March, there will be an open enrollment period for 3 months. What that means is that all our farmers and fisherfolk need to do is provide the registration information, provide their premium, and they need no medical report. They still will be signed up.
Please explain the group life, because do I have to go in a group, or just once I'm registered on the RADA, I'm in that group?
Once you're registered on the RADA, you're in that group. You've said it perfectly. So what we've gotten the private sector to do is to look at our farmers as a group. What used to happen is that the farmers used to go as individuals, try to access insurance, and the cost would be prohibitive. We said to the private sector, let's take a different approach. Look at the farmers as a group, treat this 220,000 or this 26,000 fishers as a group, and calculate the benefits like that.
Yes.
And I think it has worked.
Yes. I'm not a farmer yet, but I'm planning, or I'm not a fisher folk, but I'm planning. Would I qualify? And what do I need to do?
No, you have to register.
You have to just register.
You have to register, and
Okay.
clearly there's a verification process. So it's not you walk in and register tomorrow and you're automatically on our database. We would have to do the checks and balances. But I've already said to the team, part of this, we do want to see more people register. We know there are farmers out there who never thought it was worth their while. You know, a lot of people said to me when we were on our listening tour, why Minister Fua? When am I going to get my farmer's ID? What benefit do I get from that? It's a valid question. If you saying to people go and register, clearly it helps us for planning, but how does it help the actual fisher? We're saying no, we're giving you a tangible benefit through our partnership with the private sector. So go out and register, and we will facilitate the expediting those checks and balances so that you can qualify for this system.
Yes, this is definitely another plus for young people who want to go into farming, right? Yes.
It's a big plus.
Yes.
You know, part of our overarching vision is for people to see farming and fishing as valid professions. Oftentimes, despite the fact that they are the backbone of our society, despite the fact that they provide food, that literally put food on our table, oftentimes we still treat the profession as secondary, as not so important. And when our children are in school and are dreaming of what they want to grow up to become, they're not really encouraged to go into farming or fishing. We think this life insurance and health insurance scheme does help us to validate the profession. To say just like any other profession, you can go and secure benefits that can make your life easier. So for us, it's a big plus, and I think our young people look on and see it as a very attractive profession.
Yes, Minister, Sagicor has really come through for the farmers and fishers at this time around. What message do you have for other members of the private sector?
Well, the door is open. The door is still open. The beauty is that, you know, we believe that competition will help. We believe that all financial services institutions that look on insurance as a part of their package, that they can look on our farmers and our fishers as group and can craft attractive packages that will appeal to them. So I say to them, it's not too late, right? Sit with your teams. We are open. Come sit with us. Let us see what can be done. And still, there are other areas that we still haven't covered.
Definitely.
We want to see crop insurance.
Definitely.
We want to see our private sector partners step up and say, we can provide an affordable, accessible crop insurance scheme. The government is here to help. We want to see vessel insurance for our artisanal fishers with those small boats. They value so much, and yet still they're unable to get insurance coverage. And so they can't leverage it as assets for loans. We want to see that dealt with. Plus, overall, we want to see our banks really readjust their formulas, their facilities to provide low interest capital to our farmers. Very, very important.
Right.
And to our fishermen.
Yes, as we wrap, I still in my mind, I'm thinking, that small premium, what do you say to public farmers who are watching and say, oh, that little money really we're not getting much benefit? What would you say?
Well, the benefits are stipulated. The benefits are sure. So you know exactly upfront what you're paying for. So despite the fact you're only paying $2,605 for the year, your benefit is $1 million if you get in a personal accident, right? Despite the fact you're only paying less than $4,000, I think it's $3,700 something for the year for our critical illness. You know, if you get illness that falls into those categories, you have $500,000 that you can call upon. So the beauty is that even before you start paying, you know what your benefits are. Yes. So it's not if or but. So your benefits are sure. And how we've been able to do this with our partners in Sagicor is because you're being treated as a group. You are part of a bigger fraternity of farmers and fishers. And I think for the first in a long time, farmers and fisher folk are getting the regard, the respect that they deserve.
Thank you so much. As we wrap again, I say that again, your message to the farmers.
Sign
and
up,
the fisher folk.
sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up. I would say to every farmer, every fisher right across Jamaica, and your children and your spouses, get on this program. Let's not wait until something happens. Let's not wait until, unfortunately, that road that all of us must walk, death, comes, and then the family wonders how are they going to afford the expenses. put things in place from now. And the beauty, it's manageable, affordable, and I know, even in tough times, you can get it done. So, you are already the most resilient people in the entire world. Now we're giving you some protection.
Thank you so very much, Minister. You've heard it right here on Get the Facts. Our guest was the Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, the Honourable Floyd Green. For more information on Agricare, the insurance for farmers and fishers, visit their website. Until next time, when Get the Facts brings you, as always, more useful information. I'm Rose Campbell. Thanks for watching and take good care. Farmers and fishers, sign up now.
I'm Jaden and I'll be showing you how I stay active. Let's go outside. Now that you've seen how I stay active, how do you stay active?
This has been by far one of the longest weekends. You've probably just been at home eating, watching TV, surfing the net, sleeping, probably anything except exercising. Well, get on up. It's time to grab your water bottle, get your towel, work out with us for the next 5 minutes.
Hi, I'm Charnette, and this is your 30-minute workout in 5 minutes. Let's go! This is a full body workout that you can easily do at home. It's for beginners, so you can start with 2 or 3 sets of each rep. And remember guys, before you start any exercise routine, check with your doctor.
Now that you've exercised and gotten your blood pumping, it's time to look at some other fun activities to do with the family. After all, we have another day of being home together tomorrow, so let's make it count. Number 1, you can have an egg and spoon race. To do this, all you need are eggs, preferably hard-boiled eggs, as they are the least messy if they fall, and spoons for each participant. You can conduct the race individually, or you can do a relay style. Number 2, plant flowers or vegetables. Easter symbolizes rebirth, so what better time to plant? You can either plant flowers or even vegetables in your backyard. Just think of the joy you will feel when you see your flowers blooming, or when you are able to pick and reap produce for your kitchen from your own garden. It will be a proud moment for the entire family, I'm sure. Number 3, make food together. Involve your children in the kitchen, either when making breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Remember, everything doesn't have to be perfect, as spending the time together will be worth it. Make some silly dumplings, kind of crazy shaped, or some oddly shaped sandwiches. Create themes for eating times. Dress up. Make it all fun. Now I'm going to stop here and give you a thumbs up. Thank you for following the rules, staying home, helping to curb the spread of COVID-19. Let us all continue to work to make Jamaica the place of choice, to live, work, raise families, and of course, do business COVID-19 free. This is where the magazine ends for today, but if you would like to see more content like this, visit our YouTube page. We also have all the latest news and updates on our social media pages and on our website, jis.gov.jm. On behalf of the entire production crew, I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.